Today is the 10th of September 2014. A very good afternoon to you and welcome to this edition of Lunchtime News. I'm Katharina Chang. Let's take a look at your headlines.
Search continues for the girl who went missing from the Nikaldalupota area in Kurunegala. Uvavella surprising memorial defaced by election propaganda. Clash in Munneshwaram, Chillau. 17 arrested. Ebola death toll passes 2,300 mark.
Now on to those stories in detail. The Criminal Investigations Department has launched investigations into the disappearance of a 4-year-old girl who was allegedly abducted while she was asleep in her house.
According to the police media spokesperson SSP Achit, the CID has begun investigations with the aim of assisting the main investigation that is underway. The police noted that statements have been recorded from 10 persons including the child's father. The kidnapped victim has been identified as Pamara Keshini Vijayakon. The child was reported missing last morning.
Meanwhile, 2 persons sustained injuries in an altercation which took place in the vicinity of the Munneshwaram Kovil, Chillau. The police media unit stated that 17 persons have been arrested in connection to the incident. The police stated that they intervened to control the situation. The injured were admitted to the Chillau hospital. Furthermore, it has been reported that the clashes took place between a group of area residents from Munneshwaram and a group who were on a visit to the Munneshwaram Kovil. From Colombo, the suspects are due to be produced before the Chillau Magistrates Court today. And on to other local news, the first poppy flower to commemorate Poppy Day 2014 was presented to the President in Temple Trees yesterday.
Chairman of the Ex-Servicemen Association, Brigadier K.A. Yanaveera, presented the poppy to the President in order to mark this occasion. The first poppy month was celebrated on the 11th of November 1921 in order to seek donations for the victims of World War I. Sri Lanka celebrated this occasion in 1947. All proceeds of this initiative will be donated to the welfare societies of the retired armed forces personnel.
Elsewhere in the island, a herd of wild elephants entered the Tappe Kade area in the Ampara district this morning. According to area residents, a herd of around 30 wild elephants had entered the area and caused damages to both property as well as cultivations. The residents charged that although they took measures to inform officials, they did not provide a proper response.
We have finished cultivating. Usually when we cultivate, there is someone who guards the area. Wild elephants are now entering the villages and we have been inconvenienced because of this. We have informed officials of this. However, they have not taken any steps.
The vehicle convoy that is travelling around the country in line with the 150th commemoration of Sri Lankan Buddhist revivalist and writer Anagarika Dharmapala will reach Gandabera Jopavanaramaya later today. This initiative is organised by the Sri Lanka Mahabodhi Society together with Newsfirst.
The convoy was opened for public viewing at the Bodhirukarame Vihara in Dambulla this morning. A large number of people flocked to the Vihara to witness the convoy. School children from all over Dambulla also arrived at the Vihara to witness the convoy. Mayor of Dambulla, Jalya Upatha, arrived at the Bodhirukarame Vihara today and made a floral tribute to the statue of Anagarika Dharmapala.
Posters and cutouts could be seen in the Munragala and Badula districts as the Uva Provincial Council polls draw closer. The Newsfirst team that toured these areas last night were also able to witness the manner in which the memorial built to commemorate the 1818 Uvavella uprising was defaced with election propaganda.
The 1818 uprising was triggered by the murder of British government agent Sylvester Dulles by Hitiami Mudianse Raterala. The memorial was built at the location where this incident occurred and this memorial still stands today. However, this is the manner in which this monument, which was built in honor of the heroes who died seeking independence, has been defaced.
Time now for Crime Watch. An individual was murdered in the Rajangane Zone 4 area in Tambuttegama. According to the police media unit, the remains of the individual was discovered on the roadside with laceration marks on his body. The police went on to note that a suspect has been identified and that it is believed that the victim had an extramarital affair with the suspect's wife. The deceased has been identified as 33-year-old Tushara Danushka Ratnayaka, a resident of the Dematavave area in Rajangane. The remains of a 55-year-old man was discovered on the Vaskado beach in Kalutara North today. According to a correspondent in the area, the police discovered the remains at around 6:30 a.m. following a tip-off received. The National Farmers Week 2014 commenced in Telejavila, Matra yesterday.
National Farmers Week 2014 began under the auspices of Minister of Agriculture Mahinde Apabewardana. An exhibition was organized by the Kejivila Agriculture Centre in view of National Farmers Week. The exhibition will remain open till Sunday.
Today our country is self-sufficient in paddy rice. There is no doubt about it. But the agriculture industry is dependent on the climate. Currently our country is not faced with famine. But the drought has led to a fallback in agriculture. Some farmers were not able to sell their produce to the government. During this season we were only able to cultivate on 48% of the land which is usually cultivated. This situation will continue until the month of December. As a solution to this, the government has allowed the importation of rice. But even if rice is imported, it will be difficult to sell because citizens have gotten used to the taste of the rice produced in Sri Lanka. People who sell imported rice sometimes take measures to hide stocks of local rice. Our farmers also get a good price for their harvest. Although the government has imposed a government certified price of 30 to 32 rupees, in the open market rice is being sold at the rate of 50 rupees. What is the problem in this?
6 Indian fishermen who violated the Sri Lankan maritime boundary have been arrested. According to the Sri Lankan Navy, the Indian fishermen were arrested off the coast of Talaimana. They were handed over to the Talaimana Fisheries Department yesterday. The 6 Indian fishermen are due to be produced before court today. Today is World Suicide Prevention Day. In 2014, the theme of World Suicide Prevention Day is Suicide Prevention, One World Connected.
According to a police report, about 3,000 suicides are reported in Sri Lanka every year. Director General of Health, Director Palita Mahipala, said that a special program is in place to create awareness on prevention of suicide. The World Health Organization states that about 800,000 individuals commit suicide in a year. Statistics show that one person commits suicide every 40 seconds. The World Health Organization says that mental disorders are a major risk factor for suicide in Europe and North America. However, in Asian countries, impulsiveness plays an important role. Suicide is complex with psychological, social, biological, cultural, and environmental factors involved.
Well, it's been a gloomy Wednesday morning and afternoon here in Colombo. But what is the weather forecast for the rest of the island? Let's take a look.
Possibility of raining over the country is getting low. However, several spells of showers or thunder showers will occur in the central, Sabaragamuwa, western, northwestern and southern provinces, particularly during the morning. Thunder showers will develop at several places in the Uva and eastern provinces during the afternoon or evening. There may be temporary localized strong winds during thunder showers, and general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize the damage caused by lightning,